Family, welcome back to the Sleep Token journey on Mr. Biscuit Speaks. Thank you so much for not allowing me to go this alone, as this is a very intense journey. The next song is called Higher on the Sundowning album, and am I ready for it? Of course not. Guys, are you ever ready for a Sleep Token song the first time you hear it? Of course not. They evade readiness. Nevertheless, in this family of ours, someone has to do the cooking. We're gonna let these guys cook immediately. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what I may have missed, and let's get going.
You say you won't begin again. Capitulate and let me in, 'cause I am a fire and you are dry as bone.
Guys, I want to say real quick, that first line is more brutal than you may have thought. You say you want to, you say you won't begin again. Capitulate and let me in, meaning forget what you just thought, right? You say you won't begin again. You say you're done with this toxic cycle of ours. Well, surrender and do what I want you to do, because you're something that I need. You're a resource, right? That's a very brutal first line. Listen again.
You say you won't begin again. Capitulate and let me in, 'cause I am a fire and you are dry as bone. You are taking your time, you are killing me slow.
Shout out to whatever member left in the comments a couple of Sleep Token videos ago. They left in the comments that sometimes Vessel speaks from the perspective. He speaks from various different perspectives. He's not always being Vessel, right? So sometimes he's in this victim role, and there's something he can't escape and a weight he's being crushed by. But then in other songs, Vessel is the weight that's doing the crushing, right? So he does jump across perspectives. And before someone left that comment, I was a little bit confused about some of the lyrics. It makes a lot of sense now.
You are taking your time, you are killing me slow, and I know we instigate.
Right.
Go back and forth, lacerate, 'cause you can remember only when you're alone.
Right.
I'm granting you more than the debt that I owe, 'cause
Yo, wait a second. I'm granting you more than the debt that I owe is crazy. I almost feel like Vessel is taking the perspective of something like a drug, which may be just a toxic romance. That is very drug-like. But I mean, think of something like heroin. It's like, you only can see when you're alone that I'm giving you more than the debt that I owe. Everything that I've taken from you, that's my debt, right? I've taken from you friendships. I've taken from you families, opportunities, right? There are so many things that a drug addiction can take away from you. But then when you're alone, meaning when you're separated from the drug, oh man, you remember what I gave you, right? You remember that silence. You remember that false peace that shot can give you, right? Guys, the poetry, the level of lyricism here is unmatched in my discovery of music thus far. It's unmatched. I'm gonna say it's unmatched.
than the debt that I owe, 'cause I look for scarlet and you look for ultraviolet.
Jesus, I look for scarlet. What is scarlet? Is it blood? Passion? I think, if we're looking at it through an evolutionary lens, we see red, and red reminds us when things are ripe, right? So red is a very passionate, it's a very passionate color, right? I look for red. I look for immediate passion, gratification, and you look for ultraviolet. Human beings can't see ultraviolet. What you're looking for is something deeper than what meets the eye, right? So we're operating at cross purposes.
We are exhausted by all this pretending we just can't resist the violence.
These guys are aliens.
Need the melody, I only need the silence.
Right, right. Guys, do you ever feel like the fighting is the point? You ever been in one of those relationships where the being at each other's throats kind of gives it meaning? Oh. Two is not necessarily turning up in this particular Selah moment. He's taking it easy.
All that you believe, you still refuse to shelter me, as I am a danger, and you're a long way from home. You are one among many, but you're now on your own.
With all that you believe, you still refuse to shelter me, right? And that sounds manipulative, right? It's like with all of your, your morals, you're the ethical one, you're the principled one, potentially the religious one, and you won't shelter me? You're going to leave me out in the cold? It sounds like, almost a manipulative type of scheme. He says, because I'm the danger, and you're a long way from home. And then he says, you're one of many, but you're never alone. That makes me think of the drug addiction again. It's like, oh, you're not my first victim, but you feel isolated, as do my other victims, right? You're actually in this big body of people who I've done this to. And yet you feel isolated as a matter of course.
Well, one among many, but you're now on your own, and I hate the way you look at me when I am not understood. 'Cause you can remember only when you're alone. I am granting you more
Than the debt that I owe. Okay, now 2 is starting to turn up now. 2, please cook, buddy. 2, I'm gonna need you to cook. Put some pepper on it. Turn the skillet up. Please cook, sir. I wish they would turn those drums up a little bit. Oh, 2 is going crazy. I look for scarlet, you look for ultraviolet. Guys, that is a tool from this song to you, should you choose to accept it, right? Think of all of the relationships that you have in your life and ask yourself, is this person looking for scarlet or ultraviolet? And does my intention in the relationship match that? Are they looking for passion? Are they looking for something surface level? Or are they into the deep things, the things below the surface? Because you can operate at cross purposes with anyone in your life, right? It's an important tool to use that's offered from Sleep Token by this song. You need the melody, I only need the silence. That sounds creepy to me because the melody sounds like an incorporation. When something is melodic and harmonious, it means things work together, right? You're looking to integrate and to have a coherent lifestyle where what I need is the silence. I just want all of the pain to go away by any means necessary, even the toxic means, even the means that don't have a great return on investment. Apologize. I'm going to go back and let him cook. owe. And I can only interpret that as the things that I've taken, the things that you've lost as a result of my presence in your life, right? The debt that I owe. Nah, family, I get it. Those of you who are obsessed with sleep tone, I get it. I understand.